I'm Kate Kelly with America Comes Alive, where you'll find great stories simply told.
When automobiles were first made, they did not have rear-view mirrors. In the early 20th century, cars were a novelty. In most places, people traveled by foot, by horse and carriage, or by bicycle. But as more automobiles were added to the roads, safety became an issue. Drivers drove too quickly, and those under the influence of alcohol were particularly erratic. Police began stopping people for bad driving. Well, drivers weren't dumb. They realized if they knew when a cop was around, they could drive more carefully. As a result, the first widely distributed rear-view mirror for automobiles was sold as a cop spotter. The adjustable mirrors were sold in hardware stores for about $4. Though the cop spotter was the first rear-view mirror to be sold to the public, another rear-view mirror made news in 1911. This mirror was used in the very first Indianapolis 500. At that time, race rules specified that a mechanic was to ride with the driver during the race. The mission of the mechanic was twofold. He could keep his eye out for the other cars around them, and if the car broke down, the mechanic could hop out to start repairs immediately. Race car driver Ray Haroon, a crowd favorite, was driving an Indianapolis-built Marmon Wasp. He had every faith in the car and didn't feel it would break down. He also knew that having a mechanic along added weight and inevitably slowed the pace. If the officials would permit Haroon to dispense with the mechanic, he thought he had a workaround for keeping track of the other cars. Ultimately, the officials agreed to let Haroon drive solo, and Ray Haroon won that first Indy 500. Did the mirrors make the difference? No, Haroon later admitted. The raceway in Indianapolis was called the Brickyard because the road surface was all brick. Haroon said that the bricks made the road so bumpy that everything vibrated. He could not make out any of the images in the mirror. When asked about how he came up with such an innovative idea, he credited a man with a horse and buggy. In 1904, the buggy driver had a rear-view mirror attached to his carriage. Haroon thought it was a great idea. He copied it and installed it on his race car. Now in Britain, drivers were also beginning to use rear-view mirrors. One author wrote a self-help book for women drivers and recommended that they carry a pocket mirror when driving. The author wrote, "Just before starting, take that glass out and put it into the little flap of the car. You will find it useful to have it handy, not just for personal use, but to occasionally hold up to see what is behind you." The author also suggested carrying a revolver for those driving alone. Another recommendation she had was to bring along chocolate. No explanation there. Today, rear-view mirrors are standard on all cars, and rear-view cameras have been added to many cars. While safety still depends on the driver, all these things help make our roads safer.
I'm Kate Kelly with America Comes Alive. Look around and see what inspires you.